Hey, how you doing? My name is Paul Turner, and let me ask you a question. Are you watching Undercover Billionaire Season 2? I'm in the UK, as you can probably tell by my groovy accent, if you're in another part of the world. So we can't actually officially see all the episodes yet. Now, most of them are actually on YouTube. So I've watched some on YouTube, but I've just been talking to somebody in America about the finale, okay, because the finale apparently is out over there. So I haven't been able to see the whole episode, but I kind of know what's happened. So I thought I'd give kind of my thoughts in it based on kind of that's like retiring a year revolution thing. So the idea of the show, if you don't know it, is that you take three millionaires, in fact, multimillionaires, and I think one of them actually is a billionaire, Elaine. So Monique, Elaine, and Grant Cardone. If you are online and you're in kind of the entrepreneurial world, you might have heard of Grant Cardone. So the idea is, can you go into a city that you don't know, where nobody knows you, with a cell phone with no contacts in it, just a straight plain cell phone, $100 and a truck. Obviously, it's an American program. So in 90 days, can you build a $1 million business? That's $1 million evaluation. Doesn't have to be turning over $1 million at that point. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to know the result, you need to not listen now. In fact, I won't tell you what Elaine did, and I won't tell you what Monique did. Okay, just in case. I'll talk about Grant, because Grant is a guy I follow anyway. So he goes and he's like Mr. 10X. He's like 10X guy, you know, and he says it a few times, and actually does have a lot riding on it, because if he went in and he failed, it would kind of ruin his whole brand. You know, he's like the guy that, yeah, come on, you can make sales and do it and 10X it, make it 10 times bigger than you anticipate. So he goes in and he says, listen, guys, I'm not here to make $1 million. I'm here to make 10 million. Okay. So he's doing all that. And I'll be honest with you, during the show, I honestly didn't think he was going to make it, but he did. And he worked incredibly hard. He struggled to get clients. To be fair, to be fair to him, there was COVID going on. And what he did was he looked at two things. He looked at getting a building and renting out the apartments in the building. It was an apartment block, and that fell through, because basically he was a bit too pushy, because he only had 90 days to do it. So that fell through. He failed at that. And then the other thing that he was looking to do was actually set up a promotion business to promote businesses. So take care of all the social media, podcasts, videos, and things like that. All the stuff that, to be honest with you, business owners never get around to doing. And I used to have a search engine optimization business, SEO, and I can tell you that is true. I would ask clients, it's like, well, if you let me know what's going on in your business, I can turn that into a press release to create links to your website. We can put that on your website on a form of a blog, which Google love. And oh yeah, that's a great idea, Paul. The amount of phone calls, did you get it done? And then when it came to like checking their rankings, they're like, I'm not as far as I thought I'd be. It's like, you've not delivered 3 times on what you said you would do for me. Okay. So it's to be fair to him, it was tough, but he's the guy's got a sales force. He teaches people how to make sales, and yet he was struggling to get sales himself, which was quite interesting. Now, did manage to do it by going through his business partner, basically through his network. And you know, I say a lot, your network is your net worth. So he went through his business partner Matt, who he met in Pueblo, Colorado, and they did get clients in, and he didn't get anywhere near the clients he wanted to do. He wanted 10 clients. I think he got 6. But here's the thing, he actually ended up with, and again, if you've not seen it, if you don't want to know, stop watching the video, right? But he actually did over 5 million valuation. I think it was 5.4, 5.5. He got a valuation of $5.5 million on his business. Now, here's the thing. That's a great valuation. That's what the business is. I guess you could sell it for that, okay? But if you buy that business, if you set that business up, if you go through the sleepless nights, the working 24 hours a day, finding business partners that could screw you over anytime, you never know. Hey, just, you know, people's ideas change, what they want to do changes, okay? You know, there's a lot going on, and then they've had to hire staff. Staff can let you down. In fact, in one of the episodes that I've seen on YouTube, one of the staff dropped a hard drive that had all the clients' video content on, and it broke. Now, they managed to get it back, but those sort of things can happen in whatever you do. I get that. but you got to pay the staff. They had to get a building, so straight away they brought a building. Then you need chairs, you need desks, you need computers, you need microphones for podcasting, and so on and so on. And it just got me thinking, looking at what I'm doing. The business may be worth $5 million. They are not taking $5 million profit by the time everything is done. And I'm the kind of guy, I'm a very simplistic guy. I like to cut to the important stuff. What if you could, from home, make a full-time income? And I'm not saying that you could just turn the key and tomorrow you're just like, hey, I'm making a full-time income. I'm not saying that at all. But I prefer what I'm doing, guys, is what I'm saying. Okay. I much prefer what I'm doing. Oftentimes I can hit my daily income goal in 20 minutes and have the rest of the day free to do whatever I want. Sometimes it takes longer, but I don't have to be there to deal with it. Okay. It will run itself once you've set it up that day. So it's a very small amount of work each day. And then there's ways that will take more work where you can actually create a recurring passive income. And I've done that as well. So I do it in two ways. And when I think back to my SEO business, I was the same. I rented an office. I had to get staff and pay them, of course. Going to get clients meant I was traveling. That took my time away from doing the work. So I was working on hours because it was like, go and speak to a client, hope they sign up. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. Get back, do the work, deal with more phone calls. I'm very fortunate that I got very few customer complaints, but you do always get customer inquiries that need dealing with. And then it's delivering reports at a certain time of the month and yearly reports at a certain time of the year, all the time battling Google, keep changing things and stuff like that. And I'm much, much happier now. I just work from home. So that's what I took away from watching Undercover Billionaire. I love programs like that. Absolutely freaking love it. Congratulations to Grant on what he did. I saw what hard work it was. I see the responsibility they've got now to deliver what they say they do for the clients and stuff. If you want another way, retireinAyearrevolution.com as a side hustle, as a side gig. Maybe it could be your main gig. That's up to you. And if you want to learn, I'm teaching in podcasts and watch other videos on my channel here. I'm teaching what I do. And I actually have done it a few times to be able to retire in a year. I've actually done that a few times. The thing that I do, the other things, it was great, but they needed more sustaining. I've done what I'm doing now. I've been doing for 4 years, over 4 years, actually. 4 years in February. It's now, what are we in March? We're in April. Okay. So if you're interested, click subscribe. Okay. Go to the website, retireinAyearrevolution.com. There's a free workbook. You can look at that. It's absolutely free. And you also get access to the podcasts that I'm putting in there. If you click the blog bit at the top, you can get access to previous episodes. Each episode has some resources you can get for free as well. And I'm trying to keep them all 20 minutes, 30 minutes long, all the episodes. Okay. So I don't know when you're watching this at the minute, there's only 2 out there. So it's good. You can follow my journey. If you're a bit further along, get access to all the old episodes in there. Maybe for you, it may not be for you. Okay. But check it out. And if you love Undercover Billionaire, let me know in comments what you thought about Undercover Billionaire and the finale episode. So with that said, see you on the next one. Fantastic. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Bye.